there are studies showing that all our video consumption has ushered in this age of post-literacy, that Gen Z now overwhelmingly prefers to consume visual content on YouTube, and that has tracked with a sort of more pronounced drop in reading levels, attention spans. What do you think about YouTube's role in changing the way that we think and our brains?
Yeah, I mean, I can answer that, and you're talking about young people and
Young people.
and people,
My
kids
brain too,
development.
though, but yeah.
But certainly where the responsibility bar for all of us is very high, which is young people and children. I have, as I said, I have 3 kids of my own. So as a parent, as a dad, I think about their development and, both challenges and opportunities every single day. Like I can say unequivocally, I encourage my kids to go run around and touch grass and, for our youngest, be on the swing set or play basketball with my son and all of those types of things. I encourage that. I encourage them to read as much as they possibly can. I love to read, but on YouTube, what I find is there's content, as we've described, that young people find entertaining and that they engage with. And it's also, as I said, a place where they learn new things on a regular basis.
I mean, do you think it matters that they're learning things? And this isn't a gotcha. This is actually, I'm just genuinely curious. Do you think it matters that they're learning things through video and that is just sort of changing the way that they absorb information, or it doesn't?
I think that video, just like reading, is an important way for people to learn. When you say the term video, it's like learning visually.
Right.
And I see that, just like back in the day, we learned in the classroom visually from our teachers. I do see a lot of that learning happening on YouTube, and actually, teachers tell me that all the time too.
And I want to say my daughter's dyslexic, and YouTube is a huge part of her life. She learns visually, and it's been a godsend for her for all sorts of different reasons. So this isn't to say that this is necessarily a bad thing, but it is a thing.
Yeah, I think that it is. I think about it more in the analogy of like a library, and it's a visual library, but it's a library that has lots and lots and lots of books in it. And the way that information or knowledge is communicated or new ways of thinking is communicated is visual, audio-visual. And I do think that is an effective way for people to learn. Do I think it's the only way? Of course not.